Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
I wanted to ask you guys when you first started to think that there might be something going on with Elijah.
So when he first began sitting, I noticed that he was head tilting as he was trying to watch TV. I'm a PT, so I initially thought, okay, well, maybe it's torticollis, which is tightening of the muscles around the neck. Once I found that it wasn't, it was something that I made sure to bring up at his 6-month appointment. And they took a closer look at his eye and noticed, something was wrong immediately. Then referred us out to ophthalmology. He was then seen by the ophthalmologist within a week. And everything happened pretty quickly from there.
What made you guys choose Dana-Farber when it came to treatment?
Well, I guess we're pretty fortunate that we live here in Boston, and they have all the greatest hospitals, world known. We didn't have much time based on the diagnosis that he had. So we knew that we were blessed to be here in Boston, and Dana-Farber is one of the best hospitals here in the city. And we also have friends who have had a sick child who has had to go there as well. So they've had a great experience. So we knew, where we needed to be.
Anytime I've spoken with anyone who's gotten treatment at Dana-Farber, one of the biggest things that they say is that the staff there has become like family to them, and they stay in touch with them because they just got so close spending time during treatment. Did you guys have that same experience?
Thus far, it's been that way. Everyone, it's amazing to see everyone really just know and remember him each time we come in. No matter how many people they see each and every day, you don't expect for them to just remember you. But everyone it is like your family. We're there so often that you definitely feel like they're part of your family.
So, obviously it's a difficult time that you guys are going through. I can't even imagine having 3 kids and, being in your shoes. But how comforting is it to know that you have such, like you said, such great hospitals basically in your backyard and a stone's throw away that you can, stay on top of it and be right there?
I think that it's funny you say that, because when we first started going to children, but then went to Dana, the first thing that people were asking were where are you coming in from? We're like, Boston. Like, oh, well, then people are coming in from like Chicago and like all different parts of the country. So just being able to, like my wife said, we were really fortunate to be, in the Boston area where everything is just conveniently located, to the point where we don't have to plan travel and, extra cost on hotel and things of that nature. I mean, it's really, really convenient. 20-minute ride in.
Right.
Sorry, guys, I'm coughing up a lung over here. What has been the hardest part for you guys about Elijah's diagnosis?
I think really just accepting the fact that, he's limited, he no longer has that eye. I think having the prosthetic in it gives a little bit of reassurance, because we don't see the pink or, we don't see the actual, limitation per se. I think some of the things that give us a little bit of reassurance, knowing that he was never able to see out of that eye from birth. So it's not like he's retraining himself to look at things differently. That's all he knows. So it's more so us being, adapting to, accepting the fact that this is reality.
There's so many great causes that people will give to today on Giving Tuesday. What would you say when it comes to Dana-Farber and the Jimmy Fund to those who might be thinking about giving, about why they should?
I think, no one can actually plan for this. So, from the treatments and, you know, taking off of work, and not everyone will be able to have the work flexibility that we were able to have due to COVID. You know, I think that that's something that we were able to, I mean, somewhat have, benefit from the pandemic that's pretty much, you know, going on. But I think that, you know, not everyone has insurance. You know, not everyone has the finances or the even thought process on how to navigate the system to accommodate their kids. I think that that's something that, you know, DanaFarber was able to help us with, you know, just guiding us. We were lost. This isn't something that, you know, there isn't a manual to tell us what to do or how to go about doing anything, you know. So being able to have someone on call that we can call or email and they get back to us, you know, immediately, I think that gave us a lot of reassurance, because everything, all this happened within a week. You know, he got diagnosed with a tumor and a cancer within his eye. That within a week, he was having a surgery, getting it all removed. So we had to, it was a lot going on. And then the treatments, the chemo treatments, and the follow-up, the hearing. There's so many other things that you don't even think about that's a part of the process that you have to, that becomes your daily routine, you know, that you have to adapt to. So I think that, you know, this is something that's definitely life-changing for us. You know, I think that without the support of DanaFarber, I think that we would probably don't know where we would be right now.
Yeah.
Another great thing I think with them is I love that they've been like they do things for the families. They have a Santa meet with Santa coming up, and our other kids are able to join, and
Nice.
you know, they're sending us cookies so that we can sit on Zoom and they can have an encounter with Santa. We just did photos that Dana-Farber sponsored at Fenway Park, which was, you know, amazing. And just going through everything with them, once we're back on our feet and you know, life begins to get normal again, we know that this is a cause that we too will be giving back to, because we see, you know, we've experienced it and we understand where the money's going and how it's used.
Actually, Wiggy is playing Santa. So don't tell Elijah. Don't tell Elijah that.
We can't wait.
I got the white beard and everything, so it's coming. You know what I mean?
He gives everybody an autographed 8x10. That's what everybody.
Make sure you bring the helmet too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wear it, so I put it on over my Santa. It's my Santa beard. So
love it.
Yeah, Shelby, it doesn't really fit anymore. The head's gotten a little bit. It's gotten a little big.
I'm just curious. I mean, I know that, you know, Elijah's going to have some continued treatment with chemotherapy and whatnot, and you know, you guys sound like you do have a really good approach to it. But how do you guys stay positive through that? Because I would imagine it's so difficult to maintain a positive outlook on a day-to-day basis sometimes.
We believe in God. You know, church has been something that's been in our, you know, our lives. We're trying to raise the kids in church, so the COVID doesn't make it very easy in order to do that. But I think,
sure,
first and foremost, believing, and then just knowing that we have a great support system, and taking things one day at a time is all that we can do.
I think that, and also, you know, we always try to see we always see the glass half full, you know. So looking at our situation and, you know, reiterating to ourselves that, you know, there are parents that are experiencing worse. You know, he lost one, it could be two. You know, like there are things that we take out of it, and we use that as motivation. Like, all right, well, you know, we're going to make the best out of the situation, because with what we have.
Now, one of the things, Shelby and Calvin, you guys talked about is just like, you know, learning over your journey, like moving forward. Like, obviously it's unfortunate, but there are going to be other families that have to go through the same type of things. What advice would you give them, or what advice was kind of given to you to maybe, help you with this process that you might be able to talk about a little bit?
I think really, going back to our spiritual belief, it's like no storm lasts forever. So, when you're experiencing something that's tragic or something that's making you, that's a life change up, know that there is an end to the tunnel. There is a brighter day. You don't experience you don't fully get to enjoy what sunshine is without a little bit of rain. So just some of those sayings is some of the things that really just motivate us and keeps us going. It's like, listen, like, you're not going to run through hell for the rest of your life. Like, there is going to be an opportunity for you to, better the situation. And how are you going to prepare? So always trying to look forward and not really get too caught up in the right now, what's happening right now.
Before you guys go, I've heard that Elijah is really good at two things: throwing things and dropping things. Which one is he better at?
Right now, I think dropping.
Yeah, that's what I
He's definitely, he likes to make us pick everything up.
Well, I want to thank the three of you for joining us today on Giving Tuesday and for sharing your story. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Y'all stay blessed,
Guys.
man.
You as well.